Hi, and welcome back to the Pop Room. So, today we're going to be diving into what's worth playing from 2025. Game 1, Dead Stranding 2, on the beach. So, before we even get into this, you should play Dead Stranding 1 because the experience that you get in Dead Stranding 2 is only worthwhile if you play Dead Stranding 1. And also, none of these games are going to have any spoilers, so don't worry about that. If you skip the first Dead Stranding or are unsure about the sequel, here's why Dead Stranding 2 is absolutely worth your time. First, there's simply nothing else like it. Death Stranding 2 isn't trying to be another fast paced action game. It's an experience built around atmosphere, intention, and meaning. The world feels bigger and more alive this time. Traversal is smoother, tools are more flexible, and you have more freedom in how you approach every situation. Whether that means avoiding danger, planning your route carefully, or engaging head on. What really makes the game special is how it makes simple movement feel important. Every step, every choice, every delivery actually matters. It turns something ordinary into something tense, thoughtful, and strangely satisfying. The story is another big reason to play. It leans into a deeper themes about connection, control, and whether staying connected always leads to something good. It's emotional, mysterious, and designed to stay with you long after you stop playing. And then there's the multiplayer. You never see other players directly, but their presence shapes your world in meaningful ways. Roads, ladders, and structures left behind by strangers makes the journey feel shared, even when you're completely alone. Death Stranding 2 won't be for everyone. It's slow, deliberate, and unapologetically different. But if you're tired of copy paste games and want something that actually challenges how you think about gameplay and storytelling, this is a game you should definitely experience. Game number 2, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. If you love RPGs and haven't looked into Clair Obscur Expedition 33 yet, you're seriously missing out. This game stands out immediately because of its world. It's dark, it's surreal, and hauntingly beautiful. A setting where every year an entire generation is erased. That alone sets the tone for a story that's mature, emotional, and genuinely intriguing. One of the biggest reasons to play Expedition 33 is its combat. It blends classic turn based RPG mechanics with real time elements, making every fight feel engaging instead of repetitive. You're not just selecting commands, you're actively involved in every encounter. The characters are another huge strength. Each member of the expedition feels purposeful, with personal stakes tied directly to the story. Their relationships, fears, and motivations give the journey real emotion. The game's theme are what truly elevate it. Exhibition 33 explores mortality, sacrifice, and the pressure of knowing your time is limited. It's just not about saving the world, it's about what you choose to do when the clock is already ticking. Obscure Expedition 33 isn't trying to appeal to everyone. It's slower, more thoughtful, and more narrative driven than most RPGs. But that's exactly why it works. If you're looking for an RPG that respects your intelligence, challenges your emotion, and feels genuinely different from anything else out right now, this is a game you should absolutely. Ghost of Yōtei. If you love Ghost of Tsushima or just craving a cinematic open world game done right, Ghost of Yōtei should be on your radar. This game immediately stands out of its atmosphere. Set in a harsh snow covered landscape near Mount Yōtei, the world feels cold, lonely, and beautiful all at once. Every location feels intentional, not just another open world checklist. One of the biggest reasons to play Ghost of Yōtei is how it handles combat. It's precise, grounded, and incredibly satisfying. Every duel feels personal, and every mistake actually matters. There's weight behind every strike. Exploration is another huge strength. The game doesn't constantly hold your hand. Instead, it encourages you to slow down, observe your surroundings, and discover stories naturally through the world itself. The narrative is quieter but more mature. Ghost of Yōtei focuses on honor, survival, and cost of violence. It's less about being a legendary hero and more about what it takes to endure in a brutal, unforgiving land. Visually, the game is stunning. Snowstorms, windswept fields, and moments of complete silence create an atmosphere that pulls you in and refuses to let go. The sound design and music only makes the emotion stronger, trying to overwhelm you with non-stop action or noise. It trusts the players to appreciate the tension and the subtle mood that the game offers. If you want an open world experience that feels cinematic, focused, and emotionally grounded, not bloated or repetitive, this is absolutely a game you should play. Game number 4, Arc Raiders. If you're tired of shooters that feel the same every year, Arc Raiders is one you should be paying attention to. What immediately sets Arc Raiders apart is its atmosphere. The world feels tense, unpredictable, and constantly dangerous. Not because it's loud, but because you never know what's coming next. This isn't just another run and gun shooter. Arc Race is built around smart decision making. Every raid forces you to choose, push your luck for better loot, or get out alive while you still can. The enemies are a huge part of what makes the game exciting. The arc machines feel overwhelming and intimidating, turning every encounter into a tactical puzzle instead of a simple firefight. Combat feels weighty and deliberate. Positioning, teamwork, and timing matter more than raw reflexes. You're rewarded for thinking ahead, not just shooting faster. The extraction gameplay creates natural tension. Every successful escape feels earned, and every failure teaches you something. The risk versus reward loop is addictive in the best way possible. Visually, Arc Race looks clean and grounded, with a sci fi style that feels believable rather than flashy. The sound design adds to the pressure, making even more quiet moments feel dangerous. Arc Race isn't about constant chaos, it's about controlled intensity. It trusts players to make smart choices and live with the consequences. If you want a shooter that respects your time, rewards teamwork, and makes every match feel meaningful, this is a game you should definitely try. Game number 5, Battlefield 6. And if you're playing Battlefield 6, you're not here for the story, and that's okay because this game knows exactly what it does best. The campaign is fine at best, it sets the stage and gets it out of the way. But Battlefield 6 has always been about one thing: multiplayer. And this is where Battlefield 6 truly shines. The multiplayer brings back the classic Battlefield scale, huge maps, multiple objectives, vehicles everywhere, and constant chaos that feels organic instead of scripted. Every match creates moments you can't plan for: collapsing buildings, last second captures, and absolute mayhem breaking across the map. Gunplay feels tight and responsive, but what really stands out is how much teamwork matters again. You're not just running and gunning. Positioning, squad play, and class roles actually make a real difference. Vehicles are back in a big way. Tanks, jets, helicopters, they don't just feel powerful, they feel dangerous. One good pilot or coordinate squad can completely change the flow of a match. What Battlefield 6 does really well is balance chaos with control. There's always something happening, but it never feels random. You're constantly making decisions where to push, when to fall back, and how to adapt when the battlefield literally changes around you. And that's it for what's worth playing from 2025. Let us know what you think in the comments about any of these games or why they impacted you in a certain way, or any suggestions that stood out for you in 2025. Please add it to the comments and we'll be sure to check it out ourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. I'll catch you in the next one.